Beautiful people, it's Jacob Maker here, and thanks for joining me once again. Every day I say thank you because I really appreciate all that you are doing for me, especially for those watching, those viewing, those liking, those sharing the link. God richly bless you. Just as the Bible says, dominate till I come. I am also going to dominate this space very soon, and in fact, it has already started. So you have to join me, help me dominate this whole space. And thanks for joining me again because I truly appreciate it. So I can't thank you enough. In today's stories, you have just two big stories to discuss. Yesterday it was one, today is two. Then you should know that there is progress. Thank you. So in today's discussion is just it's not something I have to smile about, even though I'm here to talk about positive stuff. It's not something I have to smile about. Yeah, so the first one we'll talk about the order from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and then I don't know for some reason they are being flouted as we speak. So his order being flouted in the sporting space, and then the order of the day, the bizarre situation that happened last 2 weeks ago at the Bukom Sports Arena. Do you know what I'm talking about? A Nigerian international boxer falling short. So all the stories, the updates, I have it here with me. But before then, let me just tell you that do well to subscribe to our channel. Click on the notification button, and then don't just do that alone. If you do that, you are being selfish. Please don't do that. Pick the link, share the link wherever you can share it, and I promise you, one share means 1 million shares. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for saying I will do this for Jacob. Thank you. Let's move on. Today we are still on Graphic Online, and you see these stories. I picked them from here because it is one of the authentic sports online platform that you can ever get. Very soon I'll start recommending some of the most authentic sports online that you can read your sports from. So for me, I am always using the Graphic Online. That does not mean that Graphic Online is the only authentic sports online platform that you can pick your sports stories from. But for me, I prefer it because it is quite okay for me, or it suits me. So I would also use City News online as well. But for today, let's pick our first headline. Our first headline is Mahama orders GFA to disclose Black Stars budget, pledges transparency in sports funding. He said this on February 27, 2025, or on the 27th day of February 2025. What has happened to it? This is an order. People, no, this is what makes it so interesting. Mahama orders GFA to disclose Blasters budget. It's on here. On the 27th day of February, this story was written. His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama, what has happened to the budget? Now you remember this interesting thing that happened. On the day John Mahama ordered for this, the Ghana Football Association sat in their office, took their long pens, took their big notes. I don't know whether they wrote it in a ledger or something. They wrote, issuing a disclaimer. I don't know whether they were discrediting the president, or I don't know what they were seeking to achieve with that letter, that uncalled for letter. A whole president giving an order, and you are sitting in one wheelchair. I won't call it a chair, a wheelchair, in your comfort, quickly issuing something else, something. Yeah, I won't call it a letter, something. Yes, no, we don't have any control over the Blasters budget. It is solely for the ministry. And that directive, ever since the GFA said that, I have not heard the Minister for Sports and Recreation saying anything otherwise. Then that means that silence means what? Consent. I am on that premise. That means that the entire Blasters budget, it is solely the responsibility of the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, headed by the sector minister called Honorable Edie Kofi Adams. Today we are on your doorstep, Mr. Honorable Kofi Adams. Igile, menu. It's been too long. I can't even recall the date for the two Blasters World Cup qualifying matches. I can't even remember the date. Where's the budget? You promised a budget. Where is it? Look, this is not a matter of joke. If you ask me, if you are seeking for transparency, if you want the people to continue to follow, then that means that people, this is a joke. I'm dreaming. Daydreaming? Hell no, people. Hell no. Let's read the words of the exact words of the president. He says that no secrecy in how much the government spends on the national team will be tolerated. No secrecy, no amount of secrecy. Adam budget the womb. Sabi, bonsam tawa ne shemu ana. Tell me, what is inside the budget that Ghanaians don't deserve to know? How come a whole budget is confidential? You did no budget give me. Right now, it's no longer a budget again. It's an expenses. A plethora of expenses. What is going on? No. Let's read further and hear from the president. In quotes, I'm quoting the president. The budget presented by the FA and the associations must be made public as it is taxpayers' money. This underlined word, the budget presented by the FA and other associations. That means that the Ghana Olympics Committee, the Ghana Badminton Committee, whatever committees, they're small, doesn't quote unquote, the Mino committees that we have, the Ghana Athletics Committee, maybe so. Even for the Black Stars, which the president emphasized on as an order, the budget is not made transparent, it's not publicized. How much more they small, Hoping you cry, you bunny comb. Now, oh, Munyai, please, Munyai. I should stop today. This one is not something masculine, man. That budget in there, it's not that. That budget is not that. It's not something masculine, man, budget. I am not sure. I am told that a lot of things were taken out when the FA presented the budget. A lot of things. Publish it. If a lot of things have been taken out, publish it. Who said they cry befa? Who said they will take it? We know handling the blasters is very expensive. We know. Why? You were one of the ministers who were given a lot of praise when given the appointment, and especially with your 1 or 2 steps, the kind of things you've done. Hence, you've been doing a lot of good things. Don't allow this budget bring a dent to your image. Ghanaians are following you. Hello. They are following you. I don't know what to do. Honorable Minister, Mr. Idi, they are following you. The good people of God are following you. Don't leave them behind. If you are not making things open, they will not follow you again. I mean, what's up? You are spending my money, you don't want me to know. The taxpayer is paying, and you are telling me that I don't want you to know. Hell no. Who does that? Let's move. Let's read more. Maybe you would think that the president didn't make things clear. The president made things clear. Even the president further gave more directives that going forward, the government will prioritize accountability. Why? Also, I want to know. Look, this time we don't even want to get any. We don't need any explanations from anybody. All we want is publish the budget. Publish it. Publish it. Maba, are we the only sports footballing nation? Are we? We. Chroma BABC. It is only in this country that if you are rich, you can't talk. If you are rich, you have to disguise yourself. I'm poor. Who is scared? Your Chroma, they always scared. If you take it out, hey, you can't scared. Yeah, you can't scared. Yet when people are poor, they will hate their chest, protest, make a lot of noise. Me, I'm poor. Instead of you say, oh, mesi nkukwo buo bi mu, me dan nkukwo ba ku bi. Nkukwo wo nipa oda nkukwo buo da. What you boy? Mr. Honorable Minister, Fabra, Sikana Yidin, if it is 2 CDs, Mayehu, if it is 3 CDs, let us know. Me who feel flaming ya, no, nana, this thing, no. If we allow it to continue, then the resetting agenda, we are distorting it. Even with the genesis of resetting, no sports and 1% say no. Sports and 1. Are they? They be Ghana. Every time we have to do something we have never done something right. Yet we want fans. Fans. Just fans. Just fans. And you may be in we've not done anything. The just fans are me mamu heat. That's him. Well, let's move to the next story. The next story. We are on my how do they call it? We're on City Sports online. Yes. This story was written by Yahweh Nita. Thanks. Chairman Waya the Power Boy. Says that the sports minister sets up a 7-man committee to investigate death of Nigerian boxer. Oh, Charlie, this matter, he pay me. Oh, no, he pay me. Wow, I don't know what to do. See there again. No, this matter there. Don't be anything. And I think that this comes on the back of what the minister said. The promise the minister made that I think on the 1st of April, the minister assured us that a certain committee will be set up to investigate thoroughly what truly led to the death of the Nigerian boxer. So Kofi has has at least fulfilled his promise. So let's read. I am more interested in the components of the committee. The components of the committee. And let's first look at the members of the committee. Then afterwards we'll look at their work. Now the chairman for the committee is AMB Major Retired Amakai Amate Few. He's the chairman. Then we'll have Peter Zoenes Esquire. Then we'll have Eko Asma. Samuel Bartels Esquire. Eddie Papu. We have Mrs. Juliana Ado. Mrs. Juliana Ado Yibu Esquire. Then we have the last person being Martin Engma. Martin Engma. He makes up, or he sums up the 7-member committee. Now let's look at their mandate, the committee's mandate. They have quite a few to work with, and I think that the first one was to determine the circumstances leading to the death of the Nigerian boxer Gabriel Oluwasangu Olariwaju, the deceased. So the first job is, yes, obviously, is to look at the circumstances, the situations leading to the death of the young man who died on the 29th of March 2025. Quite sad. And then number two is to determine whether the organizers or promoters of the boxing match took adequate steps by international standard to prevent the death of. We want to know that the organizers, did they do due diligence in terms of checking the weight of the boxer, doing the health check, the normal health check? Did they do all the needful before the bout was initiated? And then the third one is to determine whether the licensing authorities in Nigeria acted with due diligence and followed procedure in allowing the boxer to accept. In simple terms, did any caricature movement happen? Did he qualify for him to be given the license to come down here and fight? Now, then the third one is examine the conduct of all officials, singular and collective, and recommend sanctions where such conduct does not meet accept. Just a bonibia will be a individual, and I say if it was a collective something, right? Say that if I say nipa ba na shasha hona fa why could they are saying that they'll come for you. So if you know you've done something wrong, please submit yourself. If you haven't done anything, still submit yourself for investigations. If you are cleared, fine. And definitely, any and nipa na edi boni se boni bi aso by idea cool. Yeah, then nyame you will thank God that I am only hoping and praying that nobody did anything wrong, because what could Mr. Honorable Kofi Idi Adams is saying there. This man is charged. He's poised. He knows what he is doing. Now number 5 says that recommend any changes in technical and medical procedures necessary to ensure total safety in the noble act of self-defense. Say going forward, the boxing league will not be stopped or it will not be dropped. However, the right things will be done. And then the last thing will be to consider any other matter relevant to the terms set down in the matter of hearing and make appropriate recommendations to enhance the image of boxing, safeguard the interest and safety of all participants. Thanks for joining me. Hannah Techamadi BBC. Bye bye.